And coming in live from the Go Chong City in Vietnam off the coast of the Mekong River. I am your host, Yaku of ZvZ, and with me today I am joined by El Comediante de Apertura Light _VIP. We're here with the next edition of ESL Open Cup Fueled by Dare.
Yeah, we're here, we're back, and we're ready to get into this. I can't wait to finally cast this player. It feels like it's been a while. He kind of had like this big showing and then kind of missed a couple of weeks. Of course, we're talking about good old mate Jackson himself.
Ah, yes, yeah. The man himself, the proxy hatcher, coming up today against someone who's not quite as mad, but still, still a little up there. The Prawn himself. And speaking of which, here we have it. Let's get on into it. Here in the top right-hand corner map, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire, LE, which EELE, ELE, which if you didn't know stands for eggs. In the top right-hand corner map, spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have our Greens all the way from the land down under. He is the man, the myth, the legend. He is the Mad Lad himself, extracted from Mio Micah and SOS and True and Haas. He is representing Mind Freak SC. It's Chase.
Did you say eggs on purpose that time?
Let's say I did.
Yeah, of course. Just say eggs again.
Yeah, I thought it would be funny,
Yeah. Good job. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the Australian Zerg player representing himself and also OSC Elite, sort of. It is Vivid.
All right, already late. I feel a little disappointed, but at the same time, can't say I'm too angry at Bullmate Jackson here.
Yeah. I was expecting him to for his opener to be a little bit more aggressive, but at the same time, I still like this. I'd still want to see both of these players kind of go at it in a more longer game as well. I don't want Chase to just be like the crazy cheeser with the proxy hatches and all of that.
Typecast. That being said, he is pulling drones away from gas.
Oh, that he is. So we may not see a Baleen nest anytime soon. Again, we'll see, as so far both players are going for pretty similar openers, except Vivid, of course, has stuck with gas.
Interesting. This will, of course, mean that Vivid has a bit more sustainability, shall we say. Should be able to tech up quite quicker than Chase should be able to. But, okay, both of them are getting third hatcheries. So I thought it was a little surprising coming out from Chase, but it does seem like they want to play this out standard. Speaking of standard, Baleen nests are on the way.
Yeah, this does seem more like defensive banelings. They're both getting their thirds up. They're both kind of poking and prodding. They both see that they have each other's thirds up. I don't see them being too aggressive. As I say that, though, Vivid is getting another wave of lings.
That he is, and will he... Is the thing I have to wonder. Oh, I always have to wonder this about Vivid is he's definitely, I wouldn't say a defensive player, but definitely somebody who overestimates, shall we say, how much he needs to defend. So he could go across the map with decent links, but for the time being, he's just staying at home. As I say that as he moves out.
Yeah. I mean, he does have the option to be aggressive. He does have the Baneling Nest, so he can apply some pressure and see if he can get some damage done on the other side of the map. Of course, Chase does have his own Baneling Nest, so he can be defensive as well. So it's all going to be about their lane Bane control and how well the hits are, how well they can trade.
All right, who's going to be the first to pull him in? Mio. Chase is ramping up the lane count, and the Banelings are starting to go in. Ooh, nicely done by Vivid, but never mind. Vivid just pulled a Mio right there, and Chase is going to be able to chase Vivid all the way back across the other side of the map. Meanwhile, +1 is already on the way. Vivid also getting it, but Chase is going to have that quite a bit sooner, so we should be seeing a transition to Roaches real soon.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried of Chase. He is making another wave of Lings behind this. He is applying more and more pressure, but Vivid, as long as his Bane control is good, he should be fine, and we should see them both transition back into Roaches as you have a couple of Lings sneaking their way across the map for Chase.
And is this going to be too much pressure, Light? Will Vivid be able to hold against this? His Banelings are nowhere near done, and those Lings, Light, those Lings are in a very compromised position. Actually manages to make it out with a couple of Lings, but yeah, not quite enough. Still one Baneling, but yep, there we have it. Immediately gets sniped by Chase. And Vivid, he is on the back foot. A bunch of more Lings will be coming out here for defense. But Chase still has one Baneling. That Baneling is gone. And now, Vivid, calm down, Light. Vivid's fine.
Yeah. Vivid, he does hold. He doesn't trade as well, and we can see that Vivid, he is down in workers because all of that was happening at the third base of Vivid. He couldn't drone up either, so he is kind of on the back foot economically. That is, unless Vivid can kill some workers here.
Well,
ooh, nice there.
Nice use of the Vanguard Lings, making sure that he doesn't pull a Mio, and these drones are in a lot of danger. Nice drone drilling coming out from Chase.
Yeah, solid there by Vivid as well. He was able to kill the Banelings. Now the Banes from Vivid are coming in.
And here's one Skadoosh, and here's another 5 drones already going down. We see Vivid finally going to be taking the lead in terms of workers. But what about tech? How's the Roach count looking like? Vivid only got 9 army supply, whereas Chase, he has his upgrade. He is about to hit a timing. Galao Reconstitution just started, but Chase does not even seem to need it.
Yeah, that was some really nice damage there by Vivid. He really needed to get some worker damage done as he was pretty far behind in that drone count. But now Chase is counterattacking, and Vivid, he has a little bit of time to morph as many units as he can, but we'll see if he has enough.
Well, lack of Goliath is definitely something that's going to help Vivid here. These Banelings are slow, but they can soften up these Roaches if he gets a good hit on them. These Lings are trying to go into the main. Vivid hasn't really reacted to this yet. Focused on his Zerg base. There's a concave of Roaches that could be a lot of trouble for a blue Zerg player here, Light. But the Banelings come in, and they are softening up the Roaches quite a bit. Is it going to be enough? It seems like Vivid might have barely enough, but behind this, Chase is just droning back up.
Yeah, so nicely done. Vivid, he holds this attack. He's going to be on the counterattack now, and this is kind of how things go sometimes. It's kind of backwards and forwards, First it's one player's turn to attack, then it's the others. And right now, Chase, Jesus Christ, he has a hefty drone lead right now. And we'll see if Chase is able to do any damage once he moves across the map as well. We'll see if anyone decides to take a 4th base as well, since Chase is actually banking a lot of minerals. That's an insane amount of minerals.
Quite a lot. He's what's it called? Bottlenecked here a little bit by the larva, but again, as you said, just get another hatchery. I don't care if it's an expansion of its macro hatch, but yeah, when you have that many minerals, you want to be spending them.
Yeah, and I think Vivid, he has noticed that he's not going to be able to break Chase, so he isn't pushing it into his 3rd base or anything like that. We'll see who decides to expand first, though.
I will say that's the right move. Well, apparently it's going to be Chase, but even behind that, Vivid is not really going to be expanding, but he is checking up. Already getting that Lurker Den out. Going to be facing this Roach War with a couple of Hydras. And bait some Dropalords somewhere. I'm not sure where they... Oh, there they are. And this is Vivid's favorite thing to do, specifically with Roaches.
Natural and threat at the same time.
There you have it. And then he should also... And then usually what Vivid does is he also will have another push somewhere to just sort of keep the pressure on. But
going right into the main.
Going right into the main.
Wow.
And Chase
Okay.
hasn't reacted to this.
Yeah, I mean,
Roaches are gonna wreak a lot of havoc. Queen gonna be sniped down, it seems. And if he can snipe that, he should be able to get away with this drop as well.
yeah, there just isn't enough anti-air here to really stop this drop. Does need to be careful there, especially when it heads towards the third, as there is a queen there as well. But nice damage there by Vivid. He was able to snipe off a couple of workers. He was able to kill a queen as well. Oh god, drop please. Okay.
Yeah. Drop does want to go down. The queen does not really focus on it, and now Vivid can again pick up and go away, much like a Terran player. And I like this from Vivid as well. It kind of forced Chase to build some site defense back at home. You see now he's transitioning to Spire, potentially because deal with this. Meanwhile, there was a little bit of a push there by Chase. But Vivid, he's already got his lurkers out. I thought that was an army getting ready to flank, but it turns out it's just overlords. Vivid, please.
Yeah, normally, I like Spire can be good as well as Mutalist, but what the problem is that Chase, his tech is really late, and this Spire is a response to Vivid already having Hydra tech as well as lurkers. Like Vivid, he already kind of has the response. Ideally, you want like this Muta switch to come out of left field, and maybe there's just Roach Ravager. But the Hydras are already here, so Vivid, he should already have what he needs
drop.
to.
Hello, Vivid. Yes. This is just like a proxy tank.
We're watching Brood War? Is that what we're watching right now? Let's
Well, I can tell you something about Brood War. Soul Key, am I right? I am right.
Yakuzaku with his vast knowledge of Brood War.
And, he's playing like Jaedong, and Jaedong drops everywhere on the map, and Shite's a multi-prog opponent.
Yeah, remember when Jaedong did that? Yeah, of course. But yeah, I do really like this from Vivid. Vivid, he is a little bit behind when it comes to his bases, as he is only just now getting his 4th base, but nice control there with his lurkers, able to push the army back.
Oh, these roaches are so orange. These roaches are so orange light. A couple of corrosive vials will manage to land on top of these lurkers, but they are still alive, and they are still looking safe.
On the drops!
Light!
Oh god, but there's only one lurker. He's dropping one here and the other in the main. But so much damage is gonna get done.
Like, there's such a move from Vivid, and now
at the same time, Vivid,
as well.
Yeah,
there's
he's pushing
some here, but where's protection? And now Vivid picking apart Chase from every single angle here. He is playing like a drop player. Well, he is a drop player, I suppose. But yeah, no, he is playing like a Protoss player, like a Terran player.
Yeah, and
this base is a wonder of the rich Vespene gas. Chase needs this for his Vipers, or should I say Defilers, because apparently we're in Brood War.
Yeah, Chase opting not really to go for Mutas, so again, the Spire was kind of useless. Instead, he went for Hive. He needs Vipers, and that is like the ideal unit you need against these lurkers, but we'll see if he even needs the lurkers with this Roach Hydra.
Oh, a lot of Corrosive Bile coming down. The Roach Hydra is starting to get a concave. It's a fight for the concaves right now, like the flight of the concaves. And Vivid trying to position so he can snipe these Vipers, but Chase not quite letting it. He is losing a lot of bases, Chases.
Yeah, and to be fair, Vivid, he doesn't have to like push it any further. He denied the 4th and 5th of Chase. He's expanding behind this as well. He can just back off and max out and work on his upgrades. He doesn't have to push into the 3rd base, but it looks like he is posturing here. He is looking to try and deal some more damage. But he does have to be careful.
He is actually still in production. These Corrosive Biles are real. I would say really what's keeping Chase alive right now, being able to just zone out the army of Vivid. And as we see, Vivid sometimes he overreacts a little bit, shall we say.
Chase has to be careful. That 3rd base is almost dead just from those Vipers. Like, he was so close to killing his own 3rd. It's in the red. Does need to be careful. And Chase, he's moving out. Oh, the lurkers aren't here.
The lurkers aren't here, and where's the reaction? There is a move command with the blinding count in addition to that, and that we see Vivid plummet in terms of army supply. He is so far on the back foot, gonna have to try to reconsolidate his forces. And now both armies are maxed out, so it really comes down to who has the better army and
he's gonna kill the 3rd. It's so low.
He's focusing on the extractor, now he's focusing on the hatchery. That hatchery, of course, was
but the main army
for the Vipers. Yeah, the main army is still here for Chase in the middle of the map. And Chase trying to break in, but the lurkers are so scary, even scarier than Corrosive Bile. But here comes the Blinded Clouds. Will it be enough? They're actually not on the lurkers right now. They're just in front of the lurkers, and now it looks like Vivid has just about done it. This army is not long for this world, this green Zerg army. And Vivid's
and Chase, he was all in, especially after losing his 3rd base. He's down to 2 bases. There are lurkers in his natural. There it is.
The big brain just got big brained. This is why I love watching Vivid. He doesn't do it all the time. Sometimes he just muted switches, sometimes he plays more orthodox, but man, this is something that I feel like only Vivid does, is drop at multiple locations. And as a Terran player, that's something I love to watch.
I mean, I think what I love about Vivid doing those lurker drops, not just that it did so well, but it is kind of stylistic. Like, when it comes to the Zerg players in the region, like Demi and Mio, they're kind of known for their Spire, their Mutalist switches. But Vivid, like, he has his own thing. Like, and we haven't really seen this from the other Zerg players.
He is, well, as Corky puts it, he is the creative master. All them pianos, man. I like to imagine he got inspiration for this playstyle while he was painting. What if okay. But, like, I'll be very disappointed if it turns out just like reality where he thought of it in the shower.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Vivid. He streams pretty regularly. That's something that he's pushing a lot recently. Like, of course, he plays the piano. He does graphic design as well.
But meanwhile, he is so proud of himself.
I feel like, every single other time he's made the lob, we've had to remake it like consistently.
Well, should be proud.
I'm proud.
Well, I see Ranger here in chat. Can you guys cast me, Micah? Well, I got news for you, Ranger. The winner of this series should go off to face Mio in the next round.
Yeah. Ranger, unfortunately, I know he signed up. I don't think he managed to check in time, so I don't think he's participating. But yeah, we should be able to see me and Micah later today.
Yeah, and I think that's what Ranger looks forward to more than actually playing. Some people got knocked out, they play Dota. Ranger, he gets knocked out, he watches Mio Micah. And speaking of, Ranger said his connection to AU is broken. Aw, man. That's a big rip if I've ever seen one. And speaking of rips, we are here on Nightshade, otherwise known as Belladonna. LE. LE, of course, stands for long exercise. Long exercise. That's life, It's just one long exercise. In the top left-hand corner map, spotting in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have our green Zerg, Mr. Big Brain himself. He is the man who was extracted from multiple different players. He is our green Zerg, the man with the plan that is the proxy hatch, amongst other things, representing Mindfreak SC as well as the land down under. We have Chase.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Nightshade LE, we have the Australian Zerg player representing OSC Elite, as well as himself. It is Vivid.
Australia, sell the oranges.
That's exactly how it goes. But along those lines, introducing Vivid, he is kind of teamless right now. He's in an interesting relationship with OSC where they kind of sponsor him, kind of like, I guess, Ting with Neeb or Red Bull with Bomber back in the day.
So not tight.
Yeah. So if there are any teams out there looking for a pretty talented Zerg player and streamer,
Yeah, as a bonus, you get paintings.
That's it's accurate. It's very accurate.
All right, so we have paintings. This Chase knows that Vivid is up to something, and that's something involving a baneling nest. So Vivid trying to go for a little bit of a quick game here, as we are on Nightshade, so that's pretty understandable. But Chase, he's on top of that.
This is interesting. Chase, he started the spine, he canceled the spine. He saw that there wasn't like a big link flood or anything coming. In saying that though, Vivid, he is making a lot more lings, but so is Chase. So it kind of looks like they're both going for similar strategies where they aren't getting earlier thirds like game number 1, and instead going for more mass ling bane.
And this is what I love to see in the early game of ZvZ Lite, the good old Lingbane Wars. So much better than the Roach Wars.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens here. Both players, they are morphing their banes. Link speed is done.
The banelings need to pop, Vivid, the banelings, and they are coming in. Don't pull a Chase! Don't pull a Mio Chase! Don't pull a Mio Chase! Chase does not pull a Mio, but Vivid might.
Vivid! Oh, Vivid, please!
Right there. Porque. And I think Chase just pulled light. That's his detonated.
Yeah, those banelings did trade evenly 2 for 2, but in the end, Vivid is the one with 1 remaining baneling, so he can force this army back.
But the banelings Chase. No. Vivid!
Does have to be careful there.
Don't play with my beats per minute like that.
So, okay, so now we have a shift. Chase, he is joining up behind this. He's deciding to back off. Meanwhile, Vivid, he's making more and more links. So now it's on Vivid to try and get some damage done, as Chase is ahead by 14 workers.
This is just about the end of Vivid's aggression, though. This should be the final wave, as we do see a bunch of drones being popped out, transitioning the roaches. And Chase gets a look at that.
Yeah, and here we have Vivid moving across the map, and again, he has to deal some kind of damage because he is very behind in the worker count. So it's on him to try and get into the mineral line of Chase, and we'll see how good his Bane control is, as he does have to be careful.
Okay, that was not the best, but could have been worse.
2 for 1 Chase there, and then another Bane just goes into...
circling ahead of the Baneling.
Oh god, yeah, Vivid, he's just
not the best control to come out from Vivid, I gotta say.
Yeah, a lot of his banelings.
But it is good enough. We'll get to cancel on that third base. That's absolutely, when you're playing in Vivid's position right now, get whatever you can.
Yeah, his trades weren't the best, and oh god.
I got a heart attack, but then I saw that I guess Vivid wasn't looking, so I thought, oh well, yeah, we know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Vivid not really getting what he wanted. I mean, the ideal thing is that Vivid, he did cancel the third base of Chase, so even though Chase is at a worker lead, he can't really use that efficiently, so that is okay. Oh god.
Vivid, he is ballsy, I gotta tell you. Like, he sees the eggs and he thinks, no, I can kill that before they hatch. You don't want to be taking that risk. That's something that that Milk told me very early on.
Yeah, the plus side is Vivid is taking his third faster, but now he has to hold against these wave of lings, and the roaches get surrounded. All these roaches are gonna go down.
There are only roaches right now for Vivid. He has a higher army supply, but we have to see him make use of the positioning. Here come the banelings, and this could definitely help. That's definitely the connection that Vivid wanted here. And Chase is gonna have to back off. Vivid building that third base.
Yeah, and now things have kind of evened out. Both players are transitioning into roaches. They're working on their upgrades as well. So we are going to be seeing a more standard game out of this, but we'll see if Chase can hold on, as Vivid, he's pushing across the map, and the third base of Chase is later, and it could go down to this.
That it definitely could, and is, yeah, I suppose the question we have to ask ourselves, is this going to be enough? Vivid, these are completely unupgraded roaches. I gotta tell you, so then it's not gonna be too difficult for Chase to hold against it, but I don't think he's gonna be having a third base up anytime soon, Light.
Yeah, he's decided to give it up, which I think is the right call. He just doesn't have enough. Yeah, he just doesn't have enough roaches. Chase does to deal with this, and Vivid, he's actually pushing in surprisingly.
It can actually work out for him. These queens do have some energy on them, but the concave is going to be what we have to look out for. And the concave just wasn't there for Vivid. Chase now going to be ahead in upgrades, in army supply, in tech. Well, Vivid, he has the base lead at least.
Yeah, Vivid does have like the much larger economic lead, but he does need to get some scouting out on that Spire so he can prepare. Otherwise, the Mutalisk can completely catch him off guard, and can even swing the game into Chase's favor. As still Chase is stuck on 2 bases, he needs to expand at some point, and
yeah, unlike the previous game, Vivid ain't gonna be having Hydralisk out for a while. As the
what a nice scout here.
Is it good enough though? Okay, it should be. Yep, does smash the spot Spire. So Vivid gonna have to be getting some spores up. We should be seeing that coming fairly soon. Still trying to be active on the map with these roaches and this Baneling, but moo, that roach is a tank. Just walks right into it.
And we'll see what Vivid's response is, whether it is to go for Hydralisk, whether it's to get a Spire of his own. We've yet to see, as he hasn't really thrown anything down quite yet.
Yeah, well, his lair did just complete here, Light, so, you know, maybe he's, yeah, just not quite having the timing down. I think he's may still be trying to decide what he wants to go for, but...
Yeah, because he does have the resources. Yeah, he does have the resources to throw tech down, and I'm a little bit worried that maybe he didn't see the Spire when he went in. Like, he has a bunch of... Okay, okay, so he pulled all his... most of his Overlords back, so he does know, and he's getting a couple of Queens as well, but I'm a little bit concerned he could be going for just a big Rogue Ravager push instead.
Yeah, it might even be an all-in. He's not making any single drones, he's not getting any of his spores, he's just investing entirely into more roaches and getting Ravagers up. I feel like Vivid is just going to go for a big 3-base roach all-in.
Yeah, and I mean, it can work. It can definitely work, but the spores are so late. I'm feeling that maybe he didn't spot this properly. Oh no,
yeah,
he has enough Queens. Yeah.
All right, well, I guess it's true what they say. When you can queen, don't spore.
Yeah, so the Queens were definitely the response that he made to try and you know, go for this as his defense. Oh, nice! He's able to catch all the Mutalisks.
Right, nicely done by our red painter. And here comes the all-in. Where's Galile? Light. Where's Galile? Vivid. You want Galile Reconstitution to make this push more effective.
I'm surprised he's not pushing in, because I do feel like he does have the better army, but instead he is pushed away. Oh, it looks like he's waiting for his Queens to come, actually.
Oh, that does definitely make sense. Trying to get some highways connected here. Plop down a couple of creep tumors.
Wow, this
nicely
is
done. Now Chase. Supply capped.
Yeah, he's actually supply blocking Chase, and he's getting a lot of Roach Ravagers as well. Chase, he does have a lot of spines left over from his defense earlier. He had like 5 or 6 spines in his natural, so he is repositioning them, which is really nice. But we'll see if it's enough, as there is a lot of Queens here, a lot of transfused energy as well.
There is. We do have a couple of spores here. The high ground is here for Chase. He can try to get a concave very, very easily, but the big thing to keep in mind is that Vivid, he can always rotate wherever he wants to go. Good Biles coming in, going to be sorting out from both sides. And yeah, I mean, Vivid can't really move into the spined up area. Now the Queens are here, and they've got some energy on them. The target firing has to be really good. Nice Corrosive Biles being popped down. The transfuse is not quite there, but the Biles do take out a lot of Chase's army. And I'm concerned for Vivid because, again, where's Galile? He can't really kite very effectively. His reinforcements can't get here quick. Transfuse is good, but it's not good enough.
Yeah, we'll see. As so far, his transfuses have been amazing. Like, he's been able to keep so much of his army alive, but with the spines defensively as well, like, it's just not enough to push through.
There's Galile. And yeah, now Chase just trying to push in and really not just chase Vivid away, but try to wipe out this army, have some momentum going around.
Oh, nice.
You see Vivid now trying to go through the spines as a bit of a multi-prong here. Not quite drop play, but still multi-prong nonetheless.
Yeah, he hits the 3rd base, and he kills the 4th as well, so once again, he does have that base advantage, but will he have enough to hold the counterattack from Chase?
I very highly doubt it. Almost doubling the army supply of Vivid Chase does. Vivid, trying to get a Hydra Den, but I feel like it's a little too late for that.
Well, the problem is that Chase, he's going back home after that. He hasn't like pulled the trigger. He hasn't decided to move out across the map. So he is giving Vivid a little bit of time here to remake his army. So Vivid, he's going to have to take advantage of this. He does have 4 hatcheries, so he can rebuild this as soon as possible. He does have the, he actually doesn't quite, he just has a couple of workers behind Chase. So we'll see if he's able to rebuild in time, as Chase, he still hasn't moved out.
No, he has not, and I'm getting concerned. Like Vivid, he hasn't quite remaxing that army yet, but he's already got the better upgrades. He's got a Carapace as well as the attack upgrades are even. But yeah, Vivid just gonna be working towards getting that lurker den that worked out.
All right, here comes Chase. He's pushing out across the map.
Chase is coming in. How's the concave gonna look like? Vivid, he's below on so much army supply that he's gonna have the best position of his life for this. And it's not quite working out yet. Bunch more just have popped in, and this is a decent surround, but that 4th base already dead. Meanwhile, Chase coming in with the reinforcements with the flank. And yeah, now we see the concave is so far in Chase's favor.
Yeah, there's just too much here for Chase.
But coming in with a flank. But Chase is able to break on through with just such superior army supply.
Yeah.
Vivid is fighting on, and if he can hold this, he might actually be able to come out on top, but he's just losing so many workers.
Yeah, the biles on top of the eggs stop so many roaches from coming out as well. He loses the 3rd base, and Chase, he's done it. Look at the supplies, look at the worker counts as well. Like, Chase is able to push through, and he's gonna tie up the series.
Sideways 1-1. This is, man, what a crazy game. We had a lot of back and forth here. The ball was definitely in Vivid's court, then he threw it to Chase's court, then Chase threw it back to Vivid, and then Vivid said, I don't want this. Very firmly.
Am I cutting out, by the way?
Not to me.
Okay, cool. But I am going to change the server, as we are currently in US West, to see if that helps a little bit. But
The Best of Us, or The Last of Us, or SEA-OCE. See that Hydralisk up?
Nope.
Has the server been? Apparently it has.
Yeah.
My ping is literally the same, but yeah,
nice.
that's fine.
Yeah. This is actually great. I can actually hear you now because you were cutting out for me.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like a lot of that came down to Vivid's response. Like, his response to the Spire were all those queens, and then he had to do something with the queens right afterwards, you know? So he went for that big push, which meant a lot of his supplies were in the queens, and especially against Roach Ravager with Biles, it just didn't trade out that well.
No, it did not. Let's see if it can trade out a little bit better here. I feel like a lot of that, in terms of what Vivid did, was probably just mistiming. He saw he had an opportunity, but he really miscalculated a lot of times there.
Well, I would say that a lot of it has to do with, you know, he wanted to counterattack with the queens, but it took so long for the queens to waddle across the map. Like, it was a long march, and it let Chase, you know, get his army ready. He had so many spines ready as well. Yeah, it was just a tough position to crack.
I feel like he could have contained him, though. I feel like Vivid was favored up until to break Chase.
Yeah, definitely. I think with all of his queens and everything, if he had just killed the 4th and just contained Chase to 3 bases, and behind that teched up to Hydra Lurker and gotten his own 4th, then I think he would have been in a much better position if he waited for Chase to push into him instead.
That good old tunnel vision. Don't you just love it, Light?
Yeah.
And speaking of loving it, I bet you're going to love Simulac Rum. Yaha Fiddle-dee LE by the C2 for 30 UFB, buddy. I gotta slap my knee. Over here in the top left-hand corner map, spotting in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have Mr. Big Brain himself, the guy with the static D, the man with the plan, but when is he going to use it is going to be the big question here. He is all the way from the land down under. We have representing Mindfreak SC, we have Chase.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Simulacrum LE, we have the Australian Zerg player representing OSC Elite. It is ZvZ. So
That's a
we
cool
have
first coming out from Chase.
We have some interesting openers because it was a pool first. It wasn't overly aggressive though. It was a pool hatch gas. To me, that tells me it's more defensive. He's gonna have a late speed because of it. But he will have lings, and he should theoretically he should be ready for like a 13-12 or like a much earlier aggression from ZvZ. So I think maybe he was kind of hoping that ZvZ was going to go aggressive and then try and open up safely. Because of that, but instead ZvZ goes for hatch gas pool, pretty greedy, as he has in previous games, and I can't see Chase doing much with these lings.
I feel like, yeah, I definitely agree with what you said. I don't see Chase really going to be able to do much with these lings, but I feel like a pool hatch gas is more of, I'm going to be aggressive, I'm just not going to be aggressive yet.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he does have some map control. Ooh, ZvZ's actually getting a spine. Okay, interesting. I mean, ZvZ, he's getting lings of his own, and he will have queens for defense as well, but we'll see as they are a little bit delayed, and we'll see if Chase can manage to get a worker or two.
Should be able to get at least one, at least one. I say at least one, does not actually get it.
Yeah.
At any rate, the queen does pop out, but already going to be surrounded. But here comes the counter surround, and yeah, ZvZ looking. He's got to feel like that spine was a good investment.
Yeah.
Either way, he's feeling pretty safe.
Yeah, unfortunately, ZvZ did finish the spine. I was hoping that maybe he would deny it, but it did finish up. As you know, Chase was just being aggressive with those 6 lings, and because of that, ZvZ did overreact a little bit. He made actually quite a number of more lings, and that's why he's so down when it comes to workers right now. So we'll see if ZvZ can do something, as he was a little bit spooked by those lings, and behind that Chase, he's droning up, he's getting a 3rd base. You know, he's kind of taken advantage of the situation.
That he is, and it's up to ZvZ to find out just what Chase is up to here. And should I either make a decision? Should I flood in with lings, with 12 lings on the way? Or should I just out macro my opponent? In this case, I'm trying to do both.
Yeah, so he does have a huge wave of lings, and the goal of this is to deny the 3rd base, as ZvZ hasn't thrown one down for himself. He will be droning up behind this, and it's going to be all about Bane control, as Chase does have defensive Banelings, and ZvZ is making Banelings of his own as well.
And we gotta see how this is gonna play out. ZvZ, you gotta have good Bane control. That was alright. That's not okay. Yeah. This is still fine. This is still fine.
Good. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. It's been pretty good trades right now. Will ZvZ keep it up there? Oh my god! Let's be so careful.
Yeah, just gotta keep saying that to myself. Chase now out of Banelings.
Wow.
Now and out of lings as well. There's a run by going up into the main edge.
Workers, oh my god!
Down, which is just where ZvZ wants them. And just like that, you can see the worker difference. Mamma mia.
That was
such a move by ZvZ, drawing
that was so smart.
Away.
Yeah, it was kind of a trap. He baited the drones into the natural, and that's where all the Banelings were headed. And now to be fair, ZvZ didn't kill the 3rd base. Instead, he went for workers, which is still good, but we'll see if ZvZ can hold against Chase's aggression, as Chase, he is down by almost like half the worker count. He's down to 16 as opposed to 33 from ZvZ.
Well, I can tell you one thing, ZvZ definitely wants to take advantage of this, but Chase won't be able to let him. The body blocking not quite there, but about half of the links are already been taken out for Chase!
ZvZ missed a little bit of an opportunity there.
Meanwhile, more drones of Chase are just going to be taken out by a little run by ZvZ. ZvZ he is feeling so safe right now, so confident. He knows that he could just get away with trying to take out the start base once again.
Is he actually gonna get it?
I feel like he will have transfuse. The transfuse are not quite fast enough. Transfuse isn't fast enough. Transfuse isn't fast enough. Starter stepping with the links. This hatchery is so low, but a transfuse is fast enough here.
Wow. So many transfuses were used there by Chase and just able to keep his third alive.
Yeah, but you know what that means, like? As we say back in the industry, that means he can't be injecting this drone. Is on the other side of the map, ZvZ is now getting his third base, and you know, another round of Lingbane going to be created by ZvZ, but this is the final chapter for ZvZ in ZvZ stage, as we can see a roach transition.
We'll see, as we do have a couple of advantages for both players. You know, Chase was able to keep his third alive, and he's going to be able to drone up and catch up because of that. But ZvZ did start his Roach Warren faster, his +1 upgrade faster as well. So ZvZ a little bit of a tech advantage, whereas Chase is going to be catching up in economy. We'll see how this plays out. As, you know, bear in mind that third base for Chase is still pretty low, so ZvZ can end up sniping it later on.
That's gonna be.
No, that's what he's going for.
Speaking of which, yep, here comes that run by. Gonna be ignoring the little circling. He's gonna be able to take them out, and there goes the third base light.
Wow.
And it's gone down, and now Chase. He's gonna feel pressured into an all-in pretty soon.
Yeah, pushed down to 2 bases. I don't know if the right call is to remake that third base. He may be looking to just go for a big Roach Ravager push, but no, instead he is looking to try and reclaim it.
Yeah, I mean, ZvZ already has the Ari advantage, and this time there's the Nidus. Like,
okay.
Up in the main, yep.
Yeah, and there's so much dead space in the main base of Chase that this can totally catch him off guard.
Right.
Yeah, it's totally planned.
There was space in the base of Chase.
Yeah. So this move could end the game, especially if Chase doesn't have. Yeah.
I feel like any move by ZvZ would end the game at this point. Chase has just been beaten down to a pulp, and now this is just a finisher.
Yeah, and Chase, he's throwing down a bunch of spines at the natural, but they're not here at the main base, which is where the push is coming. He has no idea. There's a spine on the way. It's not going to be done in time. There it is.
Taps out immediately when that Nidus goes up. And there you have it, ZvZ. Gonna be outbraining Mr. Big Brain himself here in the ESL Fueled by Dare.
GG.
GG. And now we should have our next match, unless we don't.
Yeah, if we do just refresh the bracket, the winner of this series would have most likely gone up against, there it is, Mio Mike is waiting. He's ready for it.
Somebody at Ranger.